Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about conditional probability. And in this scenario, we're given a problem where college students are given either 4 quarters or they're given a $1 bill, and they can either keep the money or they can spend it on gum. So right off the bat here, we have these two groups, these two events. We have students that are given either 4 quarters or a $1 bill. And then all of those students have to either purchase gum or keep the money. And we form a table based on what decisions they make. So for the first problem, we're being asked to find the probability of selecting a student who spent the money given that the student was given 4 quarters. Now based on the problem, we see that the student was given 4 quarters. So we know right off the bat that we're going to be interested in this section of the table, the students that are given 4 quarters. So let's just create a contingency table by adding up the rows and the columns. So for the rows, we're going to have 25 students with 4 quarters who purchased gum and 16 students who were given 4 quarters who kept the money. And in total, that's going to be 41. Then for the students who were given a $1 bill, 19 of them purchased gum, and 29 of them kept the money. So that's going to be a 48. That's going to be 48. And we can do the same thing for the bottom. For students who kept the money, 16 of them were given 4 quarters, and 29 of them were given a $1 bill. So 16 plus 29 is going to be 45. And then for the students who purchased gum, 25 of them were given 4 quarters, and 19 of them were given a $1 bill. So 25 plus 19 would give us 44. So now what we're being asked is find the probability of randomly selecting a student who spent the money given that they had 4 quarters. So we know that they had 4 quarters, so we're going to be looking at the students who were given the 4 quarters. Now of those students, 25 of them purchased gum. So the probability for this would be 25 students over 41, because of these 41, 25 purchased gum. And then if we plug that into our calculator, that would give us around 0.61, which was the answer for this. Now for the second problem, we're being asked to find the probability of randomly selecting a student who kept the money given that the student was given 4 quarters. So now we're still being told that the student was given 4 quarters. So we're still looking at the same group. And all we know that this is just going to be the opposite of this. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.61, and we could get the complement. Now if we also look at the table, we can just figure this out by reading the question. We're being told that the student was given 4 quarters. So we look at the group again, and we look at the number of students for the 4 quarter group who kept the money, which is 16. So this is going to be 16 over 41, or 0.39. And then if we go to plug that in, we will see that that is exactly the correct answer. Then the last problem asks, what did the preceding results suggest? And we have 4 possibilities. A student given 4 quarters is more likely to have spent the money. A student given 4 quarters is more likely to have kept the money than a student given a $1 bill. A student given 4 quarters is more likely to have spent the money than a student given a $1 bill. And a student given 4 quarters is more likely to have kept the money. Now from this, we can infer that 0.39 and 0.61, as far as probability goes, isn't too different. But we also see that of these groups, 0.61 is going to be bigger than 0.39, and 0.61 corresponds to the students who spent the money. So we can say that a student given 4 quarters is more likely to have spent the money than a student given a $1 bill. But that's not correct, because we didn't talk about the students who were given a $1 bill. So all we can say is that a student given 4 quarters is more likely to have spent the money. And that is correct. All right. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.